In July 2009, the then Russian President Dmitry Medvedev pulled a coin from his pocket and presented it to all G8 leaders attending the ongoing G8 summit in the Italian city of Aquila. He described the sample coin as United Future World Currency. The coin, which was minted in Belgium, bore the words Unity in Diversity. Medvedev said, quote unquote, the possibility of a supranational currency concerns everyone now, even the mints. And the test coin means they are getting ready. I think it's a good sign that we understand how interdependent we are. Since then, many attempts have been made to displace the US dollar as the world's dominant reserve currency. Be it IMF's call for replacement of dollar with its special drawing rights or UNCTAD's report calling for UN dollar in place of US dollar for international trade, or European Union's plan to reduce its dependence on the US dollar and promote euro as a more reliable reserve currency, or Russia's de-dollarization efforts or China's efforts to make yuan as world's leading reserve currency. The efforts are many, but none of them seem to cause any serious damage to the status of US dollar as world's leading reserve currency. Before getting into the reasons of China's failures in internationalizing the use of yuan, let us know what makes US dollar so powerful and attractive. The first US dollar as it is known today was printed in 1914 upon the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank. Less than 6 decades later, the dollar officially became the world's reserve currency. Till 1914, when World War I broke out, most of the countries were following the gold standard. The gold standard is a monetary system where a country's currency or paper money has a value directly linked to gold. A country that uses the gold standard sets a fixed price for gold and buys and sells gold at that price. That fixed price is used to determine the value of the currency. For example, if the US sets the price of gold at $500 an ounce, the value of the dollar would be 1 by 500th of an ounce of gold. International trade was conducted on the basis of gold standard. Trade between nations was settled using physical gold. Nations with trade surpluses accumulated gold as payment for their exports. Conversely, nations with trade deficits saw their gold reserves decline, as gold flowed out of those nations as payment for their imports. As military expenses of countries involved in World War I grew, many countries stopped their currency's convertibility to gold. 3 years into the war, Britain, which had steadfastly held to the gold standard to maintain its position as the world's leading currency, found itself having to borrow money for the first time. The United States became the lender of choice for many countries that were willing to buy dollar-denominated US bonds. In 1999, Britain was finally forced to abandon the gold standard, which decimated the bank accounts of international merchants who traded in pounds. By then, the dollar had replaced the pound as the world's leading reserve currency. As it did in World War I, the US entered World War II well after the fighting had started. Before it entered the war, the US served as the Allies' main proprietor of weapons, supplies and other goods. Collecting much of its payment in gold, by the end of the war, the US owned the vast majority of the world's gold. After World War II, countries on the winning side realized the importance of a common anchor like gold for conducting international trade and agreed to establish a robust global financial system. In 1944, delegates from 44 allied countries met in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, to come up with a system to manage foreign exchange. It was decided that the world's currencies couldn't be linked to gold, but they could be linked to the US dollar, which was linked to gold, and international trade was conducted in dollar. But why dollar? The United States held 3/4 of the world's supply of gold at that time. No other currency had enough gold to back it as a replacement. The dollar's value was 1 by 35 of an ounce of gold. Bretton Woods allowed the world to slowly transition from a gold standard to a US dollar standard. The dollar had now become a substitute for gold. As the demand for dollar increased, countries accumulated reserves of US dollar instead of gold. US started printing more dollars to meet the demand for US dollars by other countries, coupled with the deficit spending needed to finance the Vietnam War and the Great Society domestic programs. This caused oversupply of dollars in the global financial market. With growing concerns over the stability of the dollar, countries began to convert dollar reserves into gold. As countries went for exchange of dollars for gold, US gold reserves declined rapidly. To arrest the massive outflow of gold from US reserves, US de-linked dollars from gold, which led to the floating exchange rate that exists today. Floating exchange rate is a regime where the value of a currency is set by the forex market based on supply and demand relative to other currencies. In 1979, the United States and Saudi Arabia negotiated the United States and Saudi Arabian Joint Commission on Economic Cooperation. They agreed to use US dollars for oil contracts. The US dollars would be recycled back to US through contracts with the US companies. Soon, other countries of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries started pricing their oil in dollars. This forced the major oil importing countries like China, Japan, India, South Korea, etc. to increase their dollar reserves, and this made US dollar world's leading reserve currency. And this status of US dollar continues till today. There are other reserve currencies as well like Euro, Japanese yen, British pound, Chinese yuan. But US dollar is the strongest and most powerful reserve currencies among them. According to a recent data released by IMF, the US dollar share of currency reserves reported to the International Monetary Fund fell to a near 5-year low, while the euro share of reserves grew to its largest in almost 4 years. But despite all this, dollar is still king of all currencies. Still, 80% of world trade takes place in dollars. About 39% of the world's loans are given in US dollars, and 65% of dollar supply is used outside of the United States. And foreign exchange reserves in central banks around the world account for 61.9% of the US dollar. This speaks volume about the dominant status still enjoyed by dollar despite numerous efforts by China, Russia, EU and other countries. But the real question is why Chinese yuan won't replace US dollar as world's leading reserve currency. More than just paper money, the reserve currency is part of an ecosystem of financial systems. The dollar is the paper money that we all know. But there is also the bond market, the commodity market and the foreign exchange markets. All of these markets work together to the benefit of anyone using dollar as opposed to any other currency. Imagine you are an oil trader. You buy your oil in dollars because all commodities are priced in dollars. Load it onto a tanker that you purchased with dollars, and then you financed both the ship and the cargo with a loan denominated in dollars. Finally, when you deliver the oil to the customer, you get paid in dollars. You might be thinking all those things can be done by yuan as well. Theoretically, it can happen, but in reality, it won't happen because yuan doesn't have enough liquidity like US dollar to sustain such a large financial ecosystem of the whole world. Around 88% of international currency transactions take place in US dollars, and foreign exchange reserves in central banks around the world account for 61.9% of the US dollar. In contrast to that, a mere 4.3% of international currency transactions happen in Chinese yuan, and Chinese yuan account for only 1.97% of foreign exchange reserves in central banks around the world. The dollar's dominance in all these subsector markets means there is more liquidity and hence more efficiency in each of these markets. That efficiency means there is little financial reason to look elsewhere. Size of bond market. A currency needs to have developed fixed income markets where payments can be parked in the form of bank deposits or bonds. While local Chinese corporate bond issuance is strong, foreigners are not buying into it. And the Chinese government bond market remains small in comparison to those in the United States and Europe. In fact, China itself holds a whopping $1.13 trillion of US Treasury bonds. Transparency of government. How many people truly understand the dynamics behind the yuan? Maybe as many as 35 members of China's State Council. The lack of transparency will be the main drawback against the yuan. Stability is the biggest factor why countries gravitate to the dollar, which has not been devalued ever. The yuan, on the other hand, is tightly controlled by the Chinese government and devalued frequently to boost exports. History is on dollar's side. We don't have a lot of history of currency regimes changing, but there is some evidence from when the British pound sterling got unseated by the US dollar. Even during the late 19th century, the US economy was clearly rivaling that of the United Kingdom. However, size wasn't enough. Contrary to popular belief, dollar didn't overtake pound just after breakout of World War I. It took until 1944 for the US dollar to unseat the pound, and it did involve some big shocks. To begin with, there was World War I of 1914 to 1918, in which Britain lost up to 100,000 men a month. Not only was a huge portion of a generation of men killed, but there was a vast financial cost to the country. Following that, in the 1920s, an attempt was made by Britain to peg its currency back to gold at the same rate it had been before the war. The result was Britain had to borrow money for the first time. Then came the Great Depression, and after that World War II with all the associated destruction and death. In short, there was a lot of economic and geopolitical upheaval necessary in order to unseat the pound from its role of king of currencies. If you like this video, then hit the like button. Drop in your comments below if you think of any other region that won't let yuan replace US dollar as the leading reserve currency of the world. Subscribe to Very Well Informed and press the bell icon to keep yourself very well informed.